Hey, what's up everybody? It's Brenton Brown from Forza Tuning and Performance. And behind me I have a 2015 Lamborghini Aventador Roadster. This particular car was in here, had some damage to the right rear quarter panel and the rocker panel. So what we did is I disassembled the car. We had those panels repaired and then we reinstalled them and had them covered in paint protection film. So the car has a satin black finish, and the car is actually gloss black, and the satin finish is caused by a satin paint protection film. So it's pretty common to use paint protection film on the front of cars, and a lot of exotic cars have it over the entire car. And if the job is done well, it's very hard to see the film, and that's the idea. It's transparent, and what it does, it protects the paint from rock chips and debris. So you can also opt for this, which is a satin finish paint protection film, and it just takes a gloss paint and turns it to satin. So you can have a car like this that's gloss black, go to satin black, white, you can make satin white, red, any color you want really. So it kind of gives it a unique look. So the car's done. Before the transport picks it up, we're going to take it out on the back road. Just make sure everything's good with it one final time before it goes back to the customer. We're going to give Nate a ride in it. I'm not sure if Nate's ever ridden a Lamborghini before, but we're just going to see what he thinks of it. So let's get to it. So have you ever ridden in a Lamborghini at all?
I rode in the Huracan.
Okay.
The gray and orange one.
This is the Aventador, so this is the V12 car. So this is the top car. So they always have a V12 car. So it's Countach first, then Diablo, and then Murcielago, and then Aventador. This thing's like a fighter jet inside, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks sweet. I like all the hexagons.
I know.
This thing sounds so good.
I know.
So how would this stack up against something like a McLaren 720?
McLaren would beat it. You know, they're both around 700 horsepower. This car is bigger, heavier. You know, it's naturally aspirated. You know, it's not twin turbo. So strictly performance speaking, the McLaren would be faster. Quality-wise, this is I would say, much higher quality car, quality built. You know, it's obviously Italian, but at this point, it's more German than anything. You know, it's Volkswagen, Audi, you know. So it's on par with reliability of today's, you know, German cars. And then, you know, on top of that, in my personal opinion, McLaren is not a real well-built as far as like reliability. You know, it's British. They're not known for making super reliable vehicles.
I think the interior difference is crazy too. I felt like the McLaren was like kind of gutted.
Yeah, it's cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, the McLaren stuff. I mean, the 720 is a lot better than the other ones. You know, some of the ones prior to that were really bad. You know, MP4 12C was like really bad. These cars, they make, it's a 6.5 liter V12 engine. Makes about 700 horsepower at around 8,200 RPM, which is redline. A little over 500 foot-pounds of torque. So they rev high, just like all the other Lamborghinis. Lamborghini is really like kind of what got me like interested in cars. I was interested in cars, but I was always like infatuated with Lamborghini for whatever reason.
What Lamborghini, like, ultimately, I don't know, did you fall in love with?
Countach. Yeah, that was the car like when I was a kid. You know, that's really the only car that they had. You know, they usually only make like one model at a time. You know, so up until like they came out with a Gallardo in like 2004, they would only have like one model at a time. You know, they came out with a new one, so it's Countach for years and years. There was, you know, Miura before that, but they didn't really look like what you think of a Lamborghini looking like today. much more like classic look. And then they had the Diablo replaced the Countach, and then the Murcielago replaced that, and then they came out with the Aventador. And then the Aventador is kind of on its last revision, so they'll phase that out and come out with something new. So they usually make them for a decent amount of time. Countach they made for a long time. I don't remember the exact years, like in the 70s.
So where does like the Huracan fall into place then?
So when VAG Group, which is comprised of Volkswagen, Audi, Bentley, Bugatti, all the different other brands, when they acquired Lamborghini, and right around early 2000s, they had the idea to come out with a second car, a more affordable car, more higher production numbers, to get the company profitable, which is a good idea. And so that was the Gallardo. It was a V10 car. It was based off the Audi R8 platform, so they already had that technology where they could share between the two. So the Gallardo went all the way from like 2004 all the way to 2013 and got replaced with a Huracan. So the Huracan is just like the updated version of a Gallardo. And so right now today, like a Audi R8 V10 Plus, so they eliminated the V8 version of the Audi R8. And they have a V10 and then a V10 Plus. So the V10 Plus is the same car as a Huracan. So we'll take off.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it's naturally aspirated.
Yeah.
So no turbo, no anything. Just a big, high revving V12 engine. It's not the fastest thing in the world, but I mean, just the overall driving experience. The car looks crazy aggressive. It revs high. It sounds incredible. It brakes. It brakes really well. It handles good. I mean, there's cars that will out-handle it, of course, but pretty good. And it's, this type of car is built more like a top-end, top speed car, So this car, I think they rate this car like 217 miles an hour, but I'm sure it'll go faster than that. There were some clips, floating around YouTube from few years back, and there were some guys. It was a Murcielago, and they were taking it out on the expressway, I think in Arizona, and they were clocking between 214 and 217 miles an hour in a Murcielago. So this car would definitely go faster than that. I'm not sure what the speed, maybe 225 or something.
That's crazy.
Car like on Autobahn or something, where you could really go fast.
Yeah.
I've never been above, I think, around 165 in one of these, which sounds fast, and it is fast, but it doesn't feel like 165.
Yeah.
It's perfectly controllable. It's not even, you get some cars where 150, 165, it feels scary. You're kind of white knuckling the steering wheel. Handling's not the greatest. This car feels the same at 100 as it does 150. I mean, not exactly the same, but you feel very in control.
That's crazy.
It's it's got aerodynamics, handling. It's super low to the ground. It's wide. It's definitely built for top speed. Yeah, we do mostly performance stuff, but we do a lot of cosmetic stuff. We have a lot of carbon fiber stuff on on a car like this. We can do Novatec stuff. We do wheels, tires, suspension, paint protection film, custom vinyl wraps. We've got a couple different designers that can do custom designs and renderings and stuff. So I mean, we really do. We basically specialize in complete turnkey builds from start to finish. So whatever the customer wants, whether it be performance-wise, appearance-wise, interior stuff, custom paint stuff, we can handle any of it. All right, everybody, that wraps up the Aventador video. We just got done loading on a truck. It's headed in a trailer for Miami. So that was Nate's first ride in an Aventador. He's previously ridden in one other Lamborghini, he said, which was a Huracan. So pretty cool experience, I'm sure. Aventador is my personal favorite car. So always love working on them, getting to drive them. So that pretty much wraps it up. So I hope you liked the video. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.